Just keep in
Hmm.
your mind. So that's what, whatever you understand, whatever you came to know, be thorough in that part. So no need to go beyond on that.
Okay. Hmm.
So let's see the things. So today, so we will going to discuss about merge join and row count.
Hmm.
So so merge join. What is meant by merge? I think we have discussed before.
Yes.
What merge can do?
Merge means there are different sources, multiple
Hmm.
sources. Hmm.
So which
And
combines the data?
yes, destination would be a multiple or it would be a single, depends
What
upon
is
condition.
union all? What is union all?
Union all means, yes, there are uh, different sources. Union all means there are different sources, and it will reduce the redundancy. It will uh, uh, load the data from the different sources to destination. It's like a merge. Yeah.
Ah, then what is the difference between merge and union all?
In union all, there will be a one destination, but in case of merge, there will be a multiple or one destination, but the source would be multiple. And also, yes, I remember, uh, in case of merge, the source would be in shortest format.
Correct. Sorted order.
Sorted order.
Yes. If it is union all, so the data should not be in the format of
uh,
sorted.
yeah, it is not required.
Okay.
It is not mandatory. It means
Okay. So let's see the merge join, how it will perform. So merge join is
mhm.
nothing but, have you performed the join concept in SQL Server?
Yes,
What are the joins you have?
there are four kind of join: inner
Mm-hmm.
join, inner join, out, left join, right join, outer join.
Perfect.
Okay,
So
it
if
means
you want to perform the same join operation, inner, left,
mhm,
outer, in SSIS,
mhm,
you can use merge
mhm.
join. That's it. If you want to perform the
Okay.
same join operation in SSIS, you
Mhm.
can do the merge join. So let me
It
go to
means
the tell
if
me.
you want to perform inner join,
Yes, you can just use, you can select the two tables, you can just perform the inner join.
mhm.
That's it. You can perform the inner join like you can drag the inner join, then you can do that. Which concept I have created joins session 4, not session 4 or not session 4, session 5. See, you have employee and department. So if you want to perform inner join, so you just
Mhm.
selected the employee, you just selected the department, employee,
Mhm.
department, employee ID equal to department ID. So you have performed like this. Got it? So
Mhm.
if you want to perform instead of query language, if you want to perform the same thing, so I'll just use the source one as this employee table. I'll just use department table. See, whatever you did, you just use select employee ID, employee name, department ID, department name from employee, inner join, department D on employee ID equal
Mhm.
to employee dot e dot
Department
employee
ID.
d dot employee. So which
Yes.
means you are comparing the employee ID between two tables. The same way,
Mhm.
I have chosen two sources like this. I just
Mm-hmm.
dragged the, if I want to perform, so someone asks you to perform the inner join. So I just drag the merge join. So I'll just put it like this. So which it will ask which table it has to, like a which, uh, what table? Is it left table or
Okay,
is it right
merge
table?
from yes, it's left.
Why they're asking
Left,
left or right?
right means it's right, like a left join or right join.
No, 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 no. It's
Mm-hmm.
asking you which table. Is it left table? Is it right table? Which means why it is asking means if it is doing left join, it will take the, it has
Mm-hmm.
to treat one table as a left table, right?
Okay.
That's what SSIS is asking you. See, source one is which table? Either you can use as a left table, you can treat this as a left table, or else you can treat this as a right table also
Okay.
by
So what
defining
does it
that.
mean in case of inner join? Oh,
Inner join, no sense. The inner join, nothing. There is no use of this informing. There is no use to informing either left or right. Both are same. If you
okay.
do apart from inner join, like a left join, right outer join, left outer join, then
Mm-hmm.
this will play the role. Correct.
Yeah. Okay. But I don't understand what does it mean. Why is it asking left or right here?
I'll tell
I
you.
do not understand. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. You just keep in mind. It's asking you which table it has to, like either left table or right table. Yeah, just SQL SSIS is asking. So if you open merge join, so what it is showing?
The I
Can you read that error
uh,
message?
the is sorted property must to be set to true on both sources of this transformation.
Which, which means what is the rule of merge? Like normally.
At least one column should be same, and on the basis of that column, we will fetch the
No,
record
that's fine. Uh,
from both of the
I'm not
table.
asking merge join. What is the difference between merge and union all? What is the difference? You said just now.
Uh, in case of merge, source would be in sorted order, and in
Perfect.
case of
Hold
union
on.
all, it's not necessary.
Hang on. That's it. So I need that answer. So merge should be, the source should be in the sorted format. So keep in that
Mhm.
mind, either you can do merge, either you can do merge join. The source must and should be in the sorted format.
Sorted format.
So I can drag this. So now it's asking. You can see this. Can you read this?
The source or the destination component contains multiple input or outputs. Select an input and output to connect the components.
Which means it's asking you merge left input, like that the same way it's asking you, right, whether it is a left table or right table. I'll tell you once I open the merge on, you will come to know. Let me make it sorted format.
Mhm.
Employee id, okay, employee id, ascending order, that's fine.
Mhm.
So let's open merge join. See, it's asking join type. See, you got this sort 1 and sort 2. It's
Mhm.
automatically come to know, okay, this is employee id, this is a key.
Mhm.
Got it? See, join
Yes.
key. You can just click this. It's automatically make it as a join key. Got it? So
Mhm.
then you have, see, inner join means you have to write a query, but in the join, in the SSIS, it's asking inner join, left outer join, full outer join.
Mhm.
Where is the right outer join?
It means I guess inner join act as a right outer join because there is no option of right outer join, so it
Then
maybe the
how
inner join
to,
act.
I'll tell
Mhm.
you, how to achieve the right outer join then. Suppose you have a and B. If you use left outer join, if you use left
Mhm.
outer join, which means you will get all the records from A table along with the matching records. Correct? If you
Mm-hmm.
use right outer join, you will get all the records from B along with the matching records. Correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Here
Correct.
there is no there is no right outer join. Then how to achieve means that is how if you what is your main motto for right outer join? You have to get the table right table information. The table which is existing on right side, you have to get the data.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? You can
Yes.
do one thing now. You can put that right table in the place of left table, then you can achieve it. So instead of A and B, I can use B and A. Then I can use left outer join, the table which is placing in the left side. So it will treat as a left table. Why should I use both joins? Why should I place both joins here? I can use one join. If I want to do this, I can swap the tables. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I can go with the left outer only. Whenever I want right
Okay.
table information, I can swap the tables. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yes.
That is what it's asking, which is your left table. That's why it's asking the pop-up, which is your left table.
Okay. Configure the properties using two components.
So now you got to know, right, why it is asking which one is. So you have to inform to your SSIs which one is your left table, which one is the right table. Then only it will understand. Okay, the guy is using left join, so I should have picked the data from the left table. If you're not informing that, how will it will understand? Correct now. For inner
Yes.
join, fine. Anything is, it will treat as a simple table. One
Mm-hmm.
second. Give me a minute. No. Hello. Hello. Not this one. No? Sorry. కావ్య అని వచ్చింది అడిగింది అదే సారీ చెప్తాను
No issue.
okay fine so you got a left join so
Mm-hmm.
which means that is what it's asking you which table I should have to pop it out which table I have to treat as a left join and right join fine you just use the
Yes.
join key and this is the checkboxes which means this checkbox will indicate you what columns I should supposed to represent in my select list either employee ID, employee name, department ID and department name. So it can represent you by checking this box. So if I can check this, I can display my employee ID, I can display my employee name, my department ID and department name. Just clearly
Okay.
observe this box, check box, like clearly observe this pop-up, which means this is the one which you're drafting a query manually in a SQL Server. Select employee ID, employee name, left outer join, department ID, department name from employee table and department table. So here you no need to write a single word, single query into your SQL Server. Just drag and
Mm-hmm.
drop and just choose which join you have to use and just select the columns and press OK. Is it any complexity existing here?
No, it's easy.
Any complexity. That is what SSIS is very fascinated tool. So if you do Oracle, if you do SAS, SAP, whatever it is, so you have to write a code, everything. But in a ETL, just drag it. This is the best example of flexibility of your tool, which means if you want to perform joins is everywhere existing in any technology. If you want to use the
Mm-hmm.
joins, just drag that, and just put the join key and select the what are required columns and just choose the what join type you need. Just press OK. That's it. Got it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Then I can just use destination. So I'll just click it. I'll use See, you got employee ID, employee name, department ID, department name from different tables.
Mhm.
Joins, mapping, cool, save. So if I want to see the data, I just so if the package got loaded, I don't want to again open my package again. I don't want to again open my table. I just want to see at the data of at the time of data loading. So how can I do that? Did you get my question?
Yes.
So there is a concept right in SSIS. At the time of loading itself, you can come to know what type of data is loading and all.
Mhm.
So did you remember that? I told you not last before class. So if you want to load the data, so at the time of loading itself, you can come to know it. It will give you the pop-up what type of data is loaded into going to load into your destination.
Did you use any
No
transformation?
transform, no transformation. I'm
Mhm.
saying. So there is a concept called data viewers.
Okay, yes. Data viewers.
Just
Mhm.
what? Tell me now.
Yes, need to click on the data viewers, third row. Mhm. Then these column uh, will
Then
uh, will go to display. Then enable data viewer. Yes.
okay, nice. So I'll save it. I'll execute. See, whatever matching records, left join, it's getting, and if it is nulls, you're getting null records. Got it?
Yes.
This is how your joins concept will be useful in SSIS level. Okay?
Mhm. Mhm. Correct.
So let me rename it as merge join. So the last transformation which we are going to describe today is row count, which is very easy transfer, which is very simple transformation, row count. And so I just want to know
Mhm.
how many records are existing in my table. So how to achieve that?
By using row count
No, in a SQL Server.
in a SQL Server count.
Yes, if I have an employee table, I just want to get the how many records are existing
S-
in my table.
yes.
Can
Yes.
you tell me the query?
S-
Select.
uh, Select
Mm-hmm.
count.
Then
Select count
the simple
asterisk from
question.
table name.
Simple question. How to come to know how many records are
Mhm.
existing in my table? How
Count
to
then
achieve?
asterisk. Okay, select count. Then we need to display. Select count asterisk from table name.
You have to put in braces from table name. Okay.
Mhm.
See, you got 11 records. Got
Okay.
it?
Yes.
So the same way, like to capture the total number of records in your table, in order to capture that, you have a transformation called row count. Okay.
Okay.
And before going to that also, I'm just going to explain you one thing. In your last session, I mean seventh session, I maybe, uh, we were discussed about concepts called variable. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which You are declaring a variable, you are using that. The same way in
Mm-hmm.
SSIS also, you have
Mm-hmm.
a concept called variables. Right click, just empty window. This is your empty window, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere in your empty window, just right click. You will get a pop-up. You will get an options. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Remember this. And if you want to get the variable, just right click in anywhere. Just
Mm-hmm.
not right click here. It will go different properties. Just right click here, empty
Okay.
window, you get
Mm-hmm.
variables.
Mm-hmm.
You got variables list. So you are not defined anything. Just click add variable. So I just defined variable name as row count. You have a data types. That's it. Int, byte, string, all data types you have.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So I just used int, which means I just defined the data type. So if you open this row count transformation, it's asking you give me the variable
Variable.
list. What
Mm-hmm.
row count will do means whatever you define on your source, na, it just it just capture the number of rows and it will hold that value into this variable.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So I just drop down it. I have a row count. I'll press OK. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I execute means it will capture the number of whatever number of values records are existing. So it just give you the pop-up. Why it is displaying means I didn't enable this. I didn't disable this. That's what it's
Mm-hmm.
showing. Disable. See the 5 rows has captured into your variable. Like nothing but it will just capture. It will hold the number of rows which is existing on your source level. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So this is the part of all transformations which we covered. Almost we covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 transformations we covered and 3 transformations which we left, which because it's related to .NET part. So we can once all the sessions will once you start attending the interviews, so that I can explain you briefly like whenever it's required. So as of now
All
it's
right.
not required.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a part of transformation. So we'll go to the task level, control flow level. We'll go to the task level.
Okay.
Uh, so till now, what are the tasks? What are the tasks you studied till now?
Control flow task and data flow task. There are two.
No, what are the tasks we covered? Like till now, task. I'm not saying any transformations. What are the tasks we covered till now?
Task means OLEDB destination,
That and all
flat
not
file
task.
destination.
That
Mm-hmm.
and all not task. That is a transformation. So here you can see here. Suppose in this list, what are the things we covered? What are the things which till now you discussed? You came to know, like you are aware.
I'm not aware about containers, for loop
You're not
container,
aware
for
about
each loop
this. You're not
container,
aware of common. You're only aware about data flow tasks. So we
data flow task.
yes, we till now we covered about only data flow task. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you can go to the transformations. So all transformations are related to data flow task. Correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All transformations, aggregate, condition split, derived column, data conversion, everything which we have discussed so far. So all the things which we covered through the data flow task. Correct.
Correct.
So which means
Hello.
A data flow task only can perform the operation. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So the data flow task only the one which we are
Mhm.
performing the operation to load the data from source to destination. Correct now?
Okay, data flow task um, only perform the operation to load data from the source file to destination.
Correct. Not only source file, anything file or table or anything. It is the only one which perform the data load.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes. In MS SQL, we missed the triggers
Okay.
and
So
DBA
let's
part.
see. Uh, Sorry, in
In
MS
MS
SQL.
SQL, we missed the triggers, which is I think an important topic, and DBA part.
Yes. DB I still remember. Trigger.
Mhm.
If you want, like it's a kind of DBA part, but I can explain
Mhm.
you.
Okay.
So once we can covered all tasks part, so I can cover the trigger part as well. Uh,
Okay.
or else I can start the
Mhm.
triggers. So let's see what triggers do.
Mhm.
One second. Let's see what are the session 7. So let me open session 7. So let's see the triggers.
Mhm.
So what is meant by trigger? Have you where were you like notice the concept called, not even concept, the word called trigger?
Trigger means uh, in operation there are some point when we need some action automatically. It means there are some kind of trigger uh, in the operation where it needed. It means there are execution in the database, and there are some time when we need trigger. I don't have much idea about that.
No. I'm not in the scale part. So generally, while you're notice the word called trigger.
Just it means trigger means
Not technically, general.
to fire from gun,
Gun.
just
Gun. It
shoot out.
means
Means like a trigger is a, it means I don't know exact word of in
okay.
English.
So which means
Mhm.
in every gun, so you should have a uh,
Trigger.
button, which we call as a button trigger.
Yes.
So it means if you
Hmm.
triggered it, then only your bullet will come out. Which means there is some relation between trigger and bullet barrel.
Hmm.
There is some
Hmm.
relation between trigger and barrel. If you hit the trigger, the bullet
Hmm.
will come through the barrel. There is some relation, which means this is an action.
Okay.
If you pull the trigger is an action, a
Please
bullet
allow
will
me
come
few
through.
seconds. Hmm.
Do I need to wait?
Allow me 20 seconds.
So which
Because
means
the
yeah,
milkman came. That's why.
fine. Too early.
Yes, because
They
I
used
woke
to
up too
come.
early.
No, they used to come by 5.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So what happen means there is a if you hit the trigger and you're getting
Mm-hmm.
bullet through the barrel, there is some action and there could be reaction.
Mm-hmm.
The action is happening in one place and reaction is
Mm-hmm.
happening in another place in the different way,
Mm-hmm.
different, which means both
Mm-hmm.
are having a relation. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yes.
that, why triggers is helping in the SQL Server means if you are
Mm-hmm.
performing action on one table,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to do the same some reaction on another table. Generally, if you are performing operation on one table, single table, and
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to do some other operations, relevant operation on another table, which
Mm-hmm.
always if you are doing here and you have to go and do there also, which is having double work. In order to reduce the
Mm-hmm.
double work, the triggers will help you. If you hey, triggers will take care. If you perform the operation in one table, no issues. The rest of other, the reaction, perform the action here, the reaction I can take care. Simple words, which
Okay.
means do whatever you want here. So the relevant operation, whatever existing, whatever going to do there, I can take care. It will do like
Okay.
it will trigger. By using trigger we can come to know what happened, like what else you can do, like it will take care of that. So
Mm-hmm.
which means in a technical terminology, see, trigger
Mm-hmm.
is an automatic operation which you perform any insert, update, delete on one table. It will
Mm-hmm.
automatically perform the relevant operation on another table.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Mm-hmm.
let's imply, like let's apply the same functionality on one table. Let's see. So I'll create one table, create table, which is employee. You have ID int name worker. So you have a table and you have another table create. So just my scenario is, if I create an entry in the employee table, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I just want to know the when this record, I just want to know when this record has inserted in this table. I just want to know the date and time. This is my scenario. So
Okay.
suppose in real times there is a
Mm-hmm.
log means audit. If you inserted the records in one table, I should
Mm-hmm.
know when that record is inserted. Suppose this record is inserted today. If record is tomorrow, this record is inserted tomorrow. They just want to know how many records has inserted per day. Just assume this.
Okay. Yes.
How many records has inserted each and every day. They want to know. Okay, this day I got many records, man, and yesterday only few records has inserted. They want to know
Mm-hmm.
this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so in
Yeah,
order
this
to
could be a
do this,
scenario.
this would be the scenario. So in order to do this, so we
Mm-hmm.
can, depending on the trigger. So employ audit audit. So I have a table. I'm just using ID int and date. Uh, so I'll just use create date. Column name as create
Mm-hmm.
date, date and time.
Okay.
So I'm just
Mm-hmm.
using like this. So employee, there is a table called employee ID and name, and there is another table. I just created employee audit ID and created date. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
create date.
Yes.
So just assume if I put an entry in this table, so automatically, I don't need to do any action on this table. Automatically, the same entry will be existing here, and when the entry got created. So I can come to know this.
Okay.
So let's create a trigger syntax. Create trigger name, tgr,
Mm-hmm.
emp, just trigger name,
Mm-hmm.
on which table you are going to create trigger. I'm going to create trigger
Employee.
on employee
EMP. Mm. Employee.
for
For
Not apply.
name.
For when means when I want to for insert.
For insert. Okay.
Whenever I insert,
Mm-hmm.
create trigger name on employee for insert as
Mm-hmm.
begin end. So fine. Okay. So let's create a trigger. So I'm not exactly find the like syntax. Let me define create in SQL Server.
Because trigger is also part of the interview. Many interviewer ask this question.
So let's create the trigger. So I'm not exactly like I could not remember that syntax. So let me depending on
Mm-hmm.
Google. So
Mm-hmm.
they just created a trigger for
I'm
insert.
not.
Let me share my screen. So uh,
Yes. No, I can see. Mm-hmm.
now you can see.
Yes.
Okay. So see, create trigger name on table for insert as begin.
Create trigger.
As okay, there is no begin and end, so I can just do so as I have an ID. So I'll let me why I'll tell you why I declared the ID int.
Mm-hmm.
So there is in a SQL there is a
Mm-hmm.
magic tables, which means which means there is a two types of magic tables, which is
Mm-hmm.
inserted and another one is up deleted. I'll tell you why these all things are called as a magic tables.
I'm losing your voice.
So in interviews, they might ask you, what are the magic tables? There is a two types of magic
I'm
tables
sorry,
inserted.
Jagdish. I'm losing your voice.
Is it audible now? Is it audible now?
Yes, now it is audible.
Hello.
Yes, now it
Okay.
is.
There is a tables called magic. Is it audible now?
Yes.
Okay. There is a tables called magic tables in SQL Server, which is inserted and deleted. So
Mm-hmm.
so we can use create trigger. I just declared it. So insert. So I'm just writing one code. Just remember this. Select at the rate ID equal to ID from
Mm-hmm.
insert. There is a table. So I'll tell you once I let me draft everything. Then I can explain you
Mm-hmm.
one by one. So declare is selected inserted. Mm, insert into
Mm-hmm.
employee audit values called. I'll insert the same ID and get it.
Okay.
So remember, I just created a trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Create trigger name on employee, which means I created trigger on employee, which means my parent
Employee.
table.
Yes.
So I'll tell you, I'll explain you how this will execute. So once you perform any insert operation on ID and name,
Mm-hmm.
like once you inserted, trying to insert,
Mm-hmm.
then what happened means I already told you there is a tables called inserted and a deleted, which means magic tables. Why we are calling as a magic tables means you no need to
Mm-hmm.
separately create for these tables. There is no create statement. Like how we created employee and employee audit, like that there is no
Mm-hmm.
separate create statement. Whenever that
Mm-hmm.
action will come, so that
Mm-hmm.
automatically it will it will create and like it will treat. Suppose this is when you insert when you create a trigger on employee table. So this
Where
inserted
is the
table,
but where did I create an inserted table? Because
no, that's
in the
what I'm
second row
asking.
we created an employee audit. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm
That's why you are
saying.
saying it's a magic
Ah,
table.
yes. So
Mhm.
inserted table will treat. Hey, I am the replica of employee table. I have whatever the
Okay.
guy has inserted values into employee table. I am the. It will itself mold itself as an employee table. Then it will capture the
Mm-hmm.
values from that employee table. So what you're doing,
Okay.
what you're going to do means when the value is inserted, that value you are going to fetch into your variable employee ID.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is
Yes.
second step. So now your whatever you inserted ID and name 100 comma Abdul, that 100 will be captured into that variable, and
Mm-hmm.
that value you're going to insert into your employee audit table.
Okay.
Here I just applied the one logic get date. What is mean by get date means it will give the current system date.
Current system rate. Yes.
So it will capture the current system date and it will
Yes.
insert into the create date table, create date
Mm-hmm.
column. This is
Mm-hmm.
how trigger works. Let me execute this trigger. Let me create these tables first. So trigger got created. No need to create again and again.
Okay.
Okay. Let
Mm-hmm.
me insert into employee ID, common name, values.
Those.
I just inserted Abdul. So
Mm-hmm.
let me select the value. Select star from em-
Employee.
employee.
Select a star from insert
Employee.
employee
So
audit.
now there is records. Correct. So if I execute the records into this employee table,
Mm-hmm.
see one row inserted into this employee table. Trigger fired. Whatever I put a print statement now, which means the trigger is your hit the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
You press the trigger. Trigger executed and the entry is got updated into the employee audit table. See, did I inserted these values?
Yes, the triggered fire. You have inserted only 100 and Abdul, but uh, there is another table create value automatically at the time when the
Yes.
value inserted.
That's what triggers will do. If you there is an action,
Yeah.
this is an action, and this is a reaction.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
if tomorrow I insert 101 Jagdish, so it will go 101 Jagdish and tomorrow date.
Yes,
Okay,
I think
that
that's a
is
great example.
yes. This is how you can
Mhm.
capture how many records has loaded each and every
Because
day.
triggered, I read in my school in my college, but I didn't
Mhm.
understand at that point of time.
Okay, now you clear?
Yes, clear.
Nice, nice.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's back to the SSIS, which is a concept like execute SQL, which we are discussing about tasks.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Mhm.
we completed. There is a two tasks in favorite. We completed a data flow task. Let's see the execute SQL task.
Okay.
Execute SQL task.
Execute SQL task. Mhm.
What does it means? What is the name described? Execute SQL.
It means SQL task, and we have to
Okay.
execute SQL task.
Which means the name itself, execute SQL.
Mhm.
Execute SQL, which means it will execute the SQL statements.
Mhm.
Whatever SQL statement you provide, suppose if you so whatever you're having queries here, whatever you have the queries, insert into all the things, whatever you have insert into you just did na. The same thing you can put the same statement and you can execute the commands apart from any insert, delete,
Mhm.
anything if you want to do,
Mhm.
any create
Mhm.
table, anything, any SQL statement if you want to execute, we can
Mhm.
call as ad queries. The code. If you want to execute, you can put in a
We,
execute SQL.
what do I call?
Ad queries.
Ad hoc query. Okay.
Ad queries. Yes. So
Mhm.
how to do this means this is very simple. You have a SQL insert into table where you executed insert table. You are in the server and database.
Mhm.
Correct. So which means
Yes.
first initially you define the server and you define the database. The same way you
Mhm.
have to define there is so no need to worry about all these actions. Just go to the connection,
Mhm.
drop down. It will give the normal connection manager how you work na. It will give the same connection
Mhm.
manager. I'll press OK, which means you created the connection.
Mhm.
So then that's it. No need to do anything. Just connection. Go to the connection. Then you have a third line you got called SQL statement.
Mhm.
Expand the SQL statement. You can got a enter SQL query box.
Mhm.
So let me do. Just now we inserted right like that. Let me insert the same thing. 101. So let me insert Jagdish. Okay. Insert into table and you just value it. So nothing but you are just writing one SQL query in SSIS level.
Mhm.
That's okay. Let's execute this. SQL got executed. Let's
Mhm.
execute this table. See, record got
Correct.
inserted.
Mhm.
See,
Yes.
got it.
Yes.
This is how this is simple. Say simple words. Execute SQL task will do. How many records has inserted? Like not inserted. If you want to do any SQL query, if you want to perform any SQL query, you can add SQL query. You can just not even insert. You can delete, truncate, update, create table, anything. It can perform in this execute SQL task. Got it?
Okay. Yes.
And this is the two favorite tasks you can focus and you have another task called file system task. All these things are not required. I can explain you later. So you just use the file system task, which is a common task, and I'll explain you. This is this execute package task. I'll explain you. There is a concept called uh, logging. Next concept. At that time, I'll explain you this thing. So file system, and there is a three loops. I can explain you these three loops tomorrow class. So
Okay.
today we can wind up by using file system class. So
Okay.
what is meant by file system? So this is not relevant to any, this is not relevant to any data level, which means
Mm-hmm.
there is a requirement, Abdul. First,
Mm-hmm.
create the file, then dump the data into the file.
Okay. Yes.
There is a requirement. Create the file first, then dump the data into the file. So how
Mm-hmm.
to create everything? This is nothing but in order to create the files and folders.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose in another requirement, load the data from table to text file, but that text file should supposed to go to the different folder.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to create the objects, any files and folders, you can depending
Mm-hmm.
on file system task. Okay. So
Okay.
let's
Okay.
create folder first of all.
It means file system task. It's basically its job is to create a folder of file.
That's it.
Okay.
So see,
Mm-hmm.
there is an options you can see here.
Mm-hmm.
Directory is
Copy file.
folder,
Mm-hmm.
file is text file. Okay.
Yes.
So I'll create a file. I'll just create a file, or else let's create a directory. So let's create a directory. So which means there is an options called drop down. You have to create directories, move directory, delete directory, all the things you have. Okay. Hello.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So there is a if let's use the option called create directory. So where I need to
Mm-hmm.
create, which means where I need to create, it will ask, right? So suppose I just want to create my directory, which means folder on desktop.
Mm-hmm.
It's asking create a file or folders. I just want to create a folder. Browse.
Okay.
I'll create on desktop.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to create a folder called MSBA. Okay. I have
Correct.
already given the name. Before that, going to check that there is no MSBA folder in my desktop.
Mm-hmm.
Let's press OK. Okay. Then execute it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's come to the desktop. There is a folder called MSBA has created.
Yes. MSBM folder has been created.
Now my operation is, one more thing is, I just want to
Mm-hmm.
move this folder from desktop to, I already have like sessions, all the sessions which I saved, right? I just want to move there.
Mm-hmm.
I can, which option I can choose? I just want to move the folder from one location to another location.
Move file. There is an option move file.
Is it file
Third
or
from
folder?
it's no, it's a folder. So move directly.
Correct.
It's a
I
folder.
can
So
move
move
the
directly.
directory.
Mm-hmm.
So my folder is existing on source connection, so which is on desktop. So where I need to move, I can use as a destination connection as well.
Mm-hmm.
New connection. It's an existing file,
Okay.
existing folder, so I can use. Uh, mm, so I just want to move the folder into my SQL Server session.
SQL server. Okay.
SQL folder. Okay, press OK. Press OK.
Mm-hmm.
Then execute. Got failed. It has
Yes,
failed. So which means there is some issue. Okay.
mm-hmm.
So what is the issue? If you want to check, you can check a tab called progress. This you haven't seen before. Every time your package went success. But
Okay.
Suppose your package went fail, you have to check what is the issue. You can check in the progress.
All
Got it?
right.
Click on progress. What is error? What is
Yes.
the error? So you can see the error box. You can see the error symbol.
File.
Then you
Yes, there are three cross sign in red circle. File system task error. The error
occurred.
occurred with the following error message: cannot create a file when that file already exists. Okay, it
Which
means
means
that file already exists in SQL folder. That's why uh, it has
correct.
not been moved.
So then do one thing.
Mhm.
MSBA folder file. Take the existing folder. Just now we use create folder like log option. So use the existing folder.
Mhm.
Select the MSBI. Press OK. OK. Then your destination
Mhm.
is SQL Server. I'll press OK. Then
Mhm.
execute.
Yes.
Again it fails. Let's go to the process. So again same error. Let's change
Yes.
the connection. Let's change the destination also.
Mhm.
Existing folder, create a folder, new, browse, then execute.
Mhm.
Let's use existing folder.
Mhm.
See, now it's got completed, which means create a folder. You are
Yes.
informed to your SSIS, create a folder,
Mhm.
but you're not created the folder. That's what it's
Mhm.
giving error. So now see,
Okay.
there is no MSBI. There is no folder called MSBI here.
Yes.
Let's see that the folder has created now in
Okay.
SQL.
Yes.
Got it?
Mhm.
This is
Yes.
how your file system task. So there is nothing related to data. It just simply created the files. Just simply created the
Yes.
folders.
Yes.
Okay.
Simply get the folder, copy the folder, move the folder.
Perfect. That's it. Delete the file
Yes.
also.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Fine. That's it. So let's wind up the class with the one container for loop container so that we can wind up the class and we can see tomorrow rest of the things. What
Okay.
is mean by for loop?
For loop means in the programming language we learned that the for loop there are three. Uh, it means for loop will execute till the time its condition is true. Once the condition is false, the for loop is stopped.
Perfect, perfect, Abdul.
It
Which
means
means
for I equal to 1, I is less than equal to 10, I plus plus. So for loop will execute 10 times till the time I isn't greater than 10. So this is
perfect,
the concept of for loop. Yes.
exactly. So what does it mean? If you want to perform one task
Mm-hmm.
number of times, n number of times, So you can depend on for loop. So under the for loop, what you will do, like under the for loop, what you will like in a C language, you can do for loop condition in the loop. You can perform one operation. That operation will recurrence number of times. Correct?
Yes.
So the same thing, the concept called for loop containers. So
Mm-hmm.
container is nothing but it's a kind of uh, it's holding one. It's nothing but it's a box. It can hold anything inside it, and it can perform the particular operations. Okay,
Correct.
which containing one thing. So you can treat this as a loop. It's a for loop. So whatever you can place under this loop. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever the operation is existing under this loop, so that operation is recurring number of times. What are the like you're defining here n number of times.
Okay.
So my operation is, so just assume what is your insert command, insert into employee id
Insert
name value.
into. Mm-hmm. Yeah, correct.
My operation is I just want to insert this 10 times,
Okay.
which means you can so either you can perform or else
Mm-hmm.
1,000 times. Either you can execute this task 1,000 times manually.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Either you can execute this
Mm-hmm.
task 1,000 times, or else
Mm-hmm.
you can simply put this task under one container, set the instructions to this container. Hey, run this, loop this till 100 cycles.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
So which means either you can execute the same task 100 times, or
Mm-hmm.
else put the task in the container and set the instruction to
Mm-hmm.
that execute 100 times. Got it?
Okay. Yes.
How you are how you are giving the instructions to the container to execute 100 times means,
Mm-hmm.
in order to do that, see, you said now I equal to 10, I less than or
Yes.
equal to 5, I
Yeah, we
plus
need
plus.
to
What is
define
the
a
I?
variable. Yeah, we need to
Variable.
define a variable. Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Value. Just use I only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That define one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes.
If I open the container, now
Mm-hmm.
tell me.
I equal to 1.
Perfect.
Yeah, we will add
Then
I. Semicolon. We okay. Uh, I
how many
is
times?
less than equal to 10.
Mm-hmm. Then
Uh, till the time it's not less than equal to 10, I plus plus. Okay. I
the
some
I plus
I
plus
plus plus
you can define here. Here equal to I equal to
I plus 1 or I plus
1.
plus. Okay. Mm-hmm. All
Got
right.
it?
Understood.
I equal to 1. I less than or
Mm-hmm.
equal to 10. I plus plus is nothing but I equal to I plus 1. Okay?
That's correct. Yes.
Hmm. That's it. It's,
Mm-hmm.
if you give this is nothing but warning.
Okay.
Let me give one.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. So just execute.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give 1,000. 10 and all small. Let me give 10,000.
Okay.
1
Yes, we
lakh.
can. Yes, we can value whatever you want.
Hmm. Just execute this.
Mm-hmm.
Say this will execute.
Mm-hmm.
This block executing and this container. You can see the progress, the execution path. See,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
got it?
yes. It is executing.
And
Yes. Mm-hmm. Correct. It will execute uh, lots of time.
which means the
Mm-hmm.
inner block, it's like kind of PSLV. You know the PSLV, right?
PL?
PSLV, Polar Satellite Launching Vehicle, which means ISRO, which is launching the satellites.
Yes, yes. Yes,
So
yes.
PSLV just carry the satellite and it will
Mm-hmm.
place that satellite into the orbit. The same thing,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
container will carry the task which is existing inside, so it will perform the
Mm-hmm.
operation. That's it.
Okay. All right.
If you put the drop table, even it will drop the table number of times.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Got it? Shall I
Understood.
stop?
Yes.
I can stop this. You understand now? I just put this.
Yes.
Let me stop this.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Let me select the table.
Mm-hmm.
See, this many records got inserted. Got it? Got it, Abdul?
Yes, I got it, but I didn't know how many record got inserted.
Ah, if you see the progress, how many records got inserted means you can come to know here, the down,
Okay.
which means how many records has inserted?
Yes.
5543.
Mm-hmm.
This many records has inserted.
Yes. All right.
Okay, got it now. So what are the
Yes,
things we
yes.
covered today? It's a long marathon session. So we covered merge join,
Mm-hmm.
we covered no count, we covered file system task,
Yes, we
we
covered
covered
record.
executable task, and we
Mm-hmm.
covered for loop container, and we
Mm-hmm.
covered triggers.
Yes.
Nice. So
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. So let's wind up today. So Monday
Okay.
we can go into cover the remaining tasks, and we can go
Mm-hmm.
into cover the logging part. Like till now you are executing the package. So what happened if your package gives error? How to handle the errors? Like any issue happened just now, you got to know the package went error, right?
Mm-hmm.
How to troubleshoot
Okay.
the issues? That we can discuss on it on Monday.
Okay. All right.
So any doubts?
No.
Okay, fine. So your laptop got ready, or still you are facing issues?
No, it's almost got ready. First today I purchased a mouse and it is working now. But by the end of the day, because today is my week off, so by the end of the day I'll install Microsoft SQL Server Studio and Microsoft Visual Studio. Both of the software I'll install, and if you free, I'll configure tomorrow with you.
Okay, fine. Sure. There is a huge
Yes.
opening I saw in Noida for Accenture.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Mm-hmm.
asking the people 2 to 3 years of experience,
Mm-hmm.
SQL Server plus IS. That's it.
Okay. SQL
Mm.
Server
So,
plus SSIS.
that's it.
Okay.
So Accenture portal I saw. Like if you have any friends, you can ask them to refer so that you
Mhm.
can just apply it. So when you got call, by the time at least you know these two maybe now, so you can start attending. No issues.
Okay, but I'm not prepared. My resume hasn't been prepared yet. So first we need to prepare my resume.
Yeah, yeah, we'll
Then
do
I'll
that
go
all.
ahead.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay.
All right, Dennis. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.